It's Monday. And you know what that means after another amazing sports week in the Flex Zone podcast. Get me through. And starting you anew with another episode 469, the Divine Sports Podcast that is the Flex Zone acknowledges. Big show. The gang's all here. The Fab Five in the building together. Give me that sports talk how you want it when you need it. We got some pop culture news. Let's throw up the rock. There's trouble at the nation. Local ties to a national situation up in New York with the CEO. Ravens back from bye. Commanders back from bye. We got Goofies, of course. We got Week 14 recap. Week 15 pick. The college football playoff that you've been waiting for is finally here. We're going to break down the bracket, give you our predictions. How does it play out? Who is in, who's out? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Flex Zone, let's get to it. Hit that subscribe button. Go ahead, give it a step on. Go ahead, hit that thumbs up, tap of that thumbs up, and make sure you comment down below. Hit that bell. Vote on the poll. The Flex Zone episode 469 coming to you right after this. More relaxing than not having to watch the local teams play this past weekend in an ever-changing, ever-crazy NFL and college football, if we will get into that a little bit later. It's the Flex Zone, only place giving you sports how you want it, fellas.
When you need it, baby.
It's a nice woosah episode, a refresh, recharge. We had the bye weeks for the local teams. They both have 8 wins. They both back from bye, have winnable games this weekend, everybody. So we're going to be in a good mood. We're heading towards the big holidays and the end of 2024. We're going to end it strong on the Flex Zone podcast. Episode 469, we're going to dabble into a little pop culture. Another person being dragged into the whole essay allegations. We got to talk about a local tie to a crime, to a tie with the major CEO. Of course, the Ravens and Commanders back in action. Got to talk about that news as well. And of course, we got to talk about the college football playoff, but let's go to it. Let's not waste any time. Well, actually, lead off tonight. He's not a guest. He's family. He's one of the originators of the Flex Zone podcast. On assignment, he puts the D in the DMV. And that's right. It's the one and only. You check out his channel, Die Sport Net, giving you the high school sports all throughout the area. The one and only ladies love your friendly neighborhood. Cousin D. What's up, D? What's up, D? How you feeling, my good brother?
Feeling good, Byron. Feeling good. We didn't have to stress over the Ravens. This is the midst of the high school basketball season now. The 2 high school football teams in the Baltimore area didn't get the job done this year. They both got beat. It happens. They lost on 2-point conversions. But it's all good. Ready to talk this good stuff. We got a lot to talk about tonight. And let's just say check out Sport Network on YouTube. We got a lot going on. A lot of content coming your way. High school basketball, hot and popping right down there.
Let's get to it. The social media producer, the man who makes the streams pristine. You know his name. You acknowledge him when he walks in the building. The one and only Big Rod.
No water, just me.
Finish him, Daddy.
That's one big son of a bitch! Finger licking good.
Oh man, what's going on, fellas? What's going on? Your boy's back. It's been a long weekend. Ready to talk some sports. Ready to talk some other things as well. Got a lot to get into.
While this brother's watching Jaden Daniels, he's drinking Jack Daniels with that ginger ale bold. And of course, he lives that Crown life because you got to throw a shot of Crown in there as well this holiday season. Maybe a little vanilla. He'll tell you what he's drinking. But the one and only Cavante, captain of the Goofy Ship, voice of reason, co-creator, Cavante, baby.
Those haters can't stand us. Left hand up. Commanders. We fight for RDC. Who are we? The Commanders.
Jam. Oh, jam. Well, now that's goofy. Stupid. Just stupid.
Cavante, baby.
Man, oh man. It feels really good to not have to stress, guys, and we just happen to have a bad week on the same week, so it was good. It was great. This is by far my favorite ginger ale. It's unfortunate that it only comes around pretty much around this time of the year. But this blackberry ginger ale is it. Okay.
I got a question for you then, big dog.
Me. Yes.
Yes, you.
Yeah.
So how does it taste with the Crown Royal blackberry?
So I haven't had this combination yet because first of all, I can't even find a blackberry no more. I had it one time and I haven't found it since.
Really?
Like, I haven't found it.
Your boy got you.
Finger licking good special. That's what I'm talking about.
That's right. Well, I need to save a couple of these for when we get together. But
it probably happened very soon. We got
for sure.
One of our boys is coming in town, so
yes, next week. All right, cool. Well, let's do that then. But yeah, Commanders seem like hopefully they get back on track. I'm just waiting for Marshawn Lattimore to get some playing time. That's all I'm waiting for now. Hopefully. He's been out for a while.
Go Google it.
He's been out for a while. He's from the Ohio State, of course, and he gets to play his former team. So let's do it.
You know who, the one and only Flex Zone Messiah, the tribal chief, the co-creator, the Sultan of Suave, the pride of the Eastside Savior, Misbehavior, Mr. Morgan State University, the Dean of Boston Hall University, Mr. 25-8, the super producer himself, Drizzy Dre. What's going on, brother?
Acknowledge me.
hey man, I'm excited as always, man. And we got D on the show too. It's gonna be a real good show. What up, Queen?
Let's get to it. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that bell. I'm putting the camera on this brother right here because he wanted to talk about this. News came out this past weekend.
We starting this off?
Wow.
Oh my God.
How we
My
starting?
heavens.
This is how we start, and yes, this is how we starting tonight. I don't have much to say about it. You see what's on the screen.
Finish him, Daddy.
Jay-Z accused of sexual assault. A Jane Doe, 13 years of age, has come out with a legal lawsuit against Jay-Z. He did respond today, pretty much called it BS, pretty much played the victim, said, he just paints him in a bad light, doesn't like how this will raise questions when his daughter goes to school and the tabloids, and it's a smear campaign, and it's that type of agenda. Raj, you wanted to talk about it. How you feel about the situation? Is this the next domino to fall? We've seen Diddy. Many were throwing out the connection that him and Jay-Z have, the partnerships, the dealing, and the business side. How do you feel about this?
I don't feel good about it, to be honest with you. What the Diddy one, we knew that was going to come with him. He was diddling around for years, and he was being extremely
diddling.
And his diddling nature caught up to him, so it didn't surprise me.
Finish him, Daddy.
It didn't.
Finger licking good special. No bread, no water.
That's not accurate. I don't like that one for this case.
It caught up with him, and now he's behind bars right now. I think he tried 3 times to get bail. They keep denying him every single time. He's never coming home again.
You got to tell him no.
Yeah. Definitely didn't tell him no. But with this Jay-Z one, this kind of, I don't know. Let me say this. I don't think he did that. I'm going to say I don't think he did it. But there have been allegations in the past from things that he's allegedly have done with Foxy Brown and Aaliyah, and
I knew
maybe
you
even
was gonna break up Aaliyah and Foxy. I was like,
and maybe even Beyonce, maybe even Beyonce.
Can't forget
oh,
Rihanna, Raj. Can't
And
forget Rihanna.
Rihanna, the 3 a.m. contract signing is very questionable. But yeah, man, this is a big
the
domino.
studio sessions run a little bit long. I'm talking about the 3 a.m. questionable.
This is a big domino. Okay, the girl could be lying, as Shantae is saying in the chat. The story's not adding up. I agree, but if Tony Busby has some type of evidence against Jay or behind this, and there is another, they said there was another witness that was in there with him and Diddy. That was another lady that they haven't,
Who,
said was there.
Jaguar, right?
No, stop it, stop it. No, not Jaguar, right? But they were saying it might be some other lady that was in there, a Jane Doe. But if Tony Busby actually has some evidence against Jay, and it actually is legit evidence, and he's coming out, and usually Jay don't say anything. Usually, if somebody says something about Jay, he's not making a statement. He's not, he's not really saying anything. This time, this dude came out. He came out swinging like right after. He was like 5 minutes after he said something. He came out with a statement and everything, talking about his, he can do this, do that, and the third, that he's coming for him if he tries to come for him. So I hopefully, Jay didn't do nothing. Hopefully, this does go away. I'm a Jay fan, of course, but I don't know, man. This industry stuff is getting real and raw. It started with Diddy. It's coming with Jay. Tony Busby has some type of evidence against him, and it's legit evidence, like I said before. Oh, it's gonna be on and popping for whoever else is next. Jay is gonna have to be the one that has to put a stop to this. Let's just say that Jay is gonna have to be a guy that has to put a stop to this, because if he gets caught, the floodgates is completely wide open for everyone. So it is what it is. He was the next domino to fall. We knew somebody was going to be named next. Kind of figured it was going to be him, but we shall see, man. Hopefully he gets out of this, but I don't know.
Go ahead, Dre. Hop in there real quick.
Man, I'm not going to speak too much on my man Hove, but Raj laid it out perfectly. There have been accusations in the past. But I mean, like he said, Jay-Z normally doesn't say anything. So for him to come out quickly and shut all this down, I'm a believe Hove until otherwise.
D, I got you back.
Yep, I'm back in business.
That technology is kicking his ass.
Oh no, this is hotel Wi-Fi kicking my ass right now. But let me just say this about the Jigga Man. I'm not gonna say I believe it, but Beyonce was kind of young when he dated her, man. Just saying, it might be something. It might be something there. I mean, Jigga Man has like the youngins in the past too. But I hope it's not true. We don't want it to be true. I'm a fan of Jay-Z's music as well. We don't want him to go down. But to Roger's point, he was saying earlier, they don't have to put an end to this, man. Either he innocent, or if he's guilty, man, look out. If he's guilty, it's gonna be hot and popping in Hollywood in the sense of the scandals really popping up on the scene big time again.
Go ahead, Cavante.
Man, this ain't good for the culture or the community if this is true. Because Jay-Z has his hands in a lot of stuff. And football being one of a pretty damn big event coming up. In February, comes around annually. We call it the Super Bowl. Biggest single day event in the country. This would not be good, because we love what he's doing with the Super Bowl and how he's turned that around, put some spice, put some flavor, you know what I'm saying, into the Super Bowl and all that. But I mean, Jay-Z means so much to our culture and our community and the music industry and all that. And if this is true, my heavens, I don't think words won't be able to express how much of a downfall this would be for our, for our community and the music industry, hip hop and all that, because he means so much to all of these different entities. I read the story. Well, first of all, the article that I looked at was very, very long, but reading the accounts and pretty much the play-by-play of what happened, it sounds sketchy. It really sounds like a reach. But if we looked at the writing on the wall, Jay-Z was next. Like we were saying it the whole time. As soon as Diddy, what I'm saying, the pressure was getting on Diddy. It was like, man, the rest of the industry better look out, because Diddy's connected to a lot of people. And we know one of the biggest ones is Jay-Z. But I just feel like this is a reach. I feel like they're just trying to capitalize off this Diddy mess, which is, what I'm saying, I guess is not a bad way to go, since everything is hot right now. And Jay-Z hasn't been saying anything until this mess came out. He's been very, very, very quiet, as he should be. Because when you're connected to a guy that's been, it's not even alleged. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're connected to a guy such as Diddy, it's no longer alleged. Like, this stuff is true. And when you're connected to a guy like that, it's like, how close were you? You know what I'm saying? And to Dee's point, and pretty much everybody else's point, Beyonce was kind of young. I don't remember the exact age and all that, but there's a gap. There's a gap in age there. I'm not saying Jay-Z's R. Kelly or nothing like that, but it's
another guy he was connected to.
Right. So, I just hate to believe. I hate to believe that this is true. I really, I don't know. And the world,
there's a 12-year gap between the two.
Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that means when he was 30, she was 18. So whatever. So I just hate to see what would happen, because crazy things happen. 2024 has been a crazy year. And every time something, especially somebody of color, a celebrity, somebody who has high status, has gotten into some mess, I think of that meme, not the meme, but the gif of Cat Williams when he's sitting like this, he's drinking and he looking, and he's drinking and he looking like that. That gif has been has to be one of the most popular gifs since 2024. But it's highly accurate, because Cat Williams, he said it. He basically said the floodgates are open. It's up for everybody that's connected to the wild stuff. Everything's been in the dark. Everything that's done in the dark is going to come to light at some point. And it looks like 2024 is the year of the light. But also, the girl was 13. Apparently, she had a friend drop her off. I'm just paraphrasing from the article. Had a friend drop her off. She hitting on limousine cars, trying to see a celebrity. This is around the time with the I think MTV Music Awards or something like that was going on.
I think it was 2000, literally 2000.
So she basically trying to do anything she can to get in. But it's so weird, because it's like, yo, she's 13 in the year 2000. Why is she in this? Why is she even in this space? And not only
Kelly let her be there.
And not only she in this space, she got deeper into this space. Like, how would 13-year-old get into the after party?
I just told you, Kels.
Hey, man, you remember the songs that were out around 2000? So you can already kind of figure out.
Change clothes, guys. Change some clothes.
No. I mean, I'm playing about R. Kelly, but
Paperwork.
Raj is right though.
But Paperwork was involved, and I'm like,
something don't add right.
this is too much. Like, first of all, minors can't give consent for anything. So even if she did sign some documents, that's not, that's not going to fly because she's a minor. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of holes, a lot of things, a lot of questions that got to be answered, and also a whole lot of covering up. A whole lot of covering up, which means there's more than one person pulling the covers. So, anyway, I think the floodgates are already open, if you ask me. But things have seemingly getting worse. But I'm hoping that it's cool. I'm hoping that it's all right, man. I'm really hoping that it's all right.
Yeah,
Let's
man.
switch gears real quick. Dre, I want to get your thoughts because I know you're about to get ready to get out of here real quick, and we'll go from this to the college football playoff. Juan Soto breaking the bank, leaving your Yankees, going to the Mets. 15 years, $765 million contract, largest in professional sports history. Deferred money and incentives. If he doesn't opt out after 5 years, which he can opt out, he can additionally make upwards of another 40 plus million, bringing the total value to over $800 million. Soto, drafted by the Nationals, hit 3 home runs in that World Series they won in 2019. Only 26 years of age. Dre, you don't look too happy about your Yankees losing Soto.
I think that's all he has to say. I don't think he has anything to say.
It's a sad day when the Mets outbidded the Yankees for a young prospect. I just never thought I would honestly see the day where this would happen. I mean, the great late George Steinbrenner he's probably turning over in his grave right now. How in the world does this happen? I know the Mets have a billionaire owner, a good GM, but I mean, dog, you were just in the World Series last year, and we're like a player or two away from winning it. We were right there with the Dodgers. So I just don't understand why you would go to the Mets. And I know the Mets have prospects and is a team that is playoff contention, but you were just in the World Series. So I don't understand it. Maybe it's because he already has his ring and he doesn't care, but to the Mets, not just any place, the Mets. That's like going from the Giants to the Jets. Like, I don't understand why do you want to be with losers, or you want to be on the winning side? We have 27 and counting over here, and this is what you do.
Apparently, the Yankees did, Dre, look to match the deal, but pretty much they did reportedly offer 15 years, 765 as well.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently, his relationship with Lindor pretty much seemed to be one of the deciding factors as well.
Yeah, and he also talked about like trajectory with the Mets and saying how he thought they had a better chance, but like I said, I just don't understand it. Yankees offered, you had the best 2-man combo right there with Judge and Soto, and you just pissed it away after just being in the World Series. Like I said, the Yankees, just to me, maybe a pitcher or another hitter, you line them up in there, but I thought they were right there with the Dodgers. I thought I thought the Dodgers would win, but I thought the Yankees were pretty much close to at least competing for a World Series with them.
Well, we'll see, Jay. We'll see. Maybe they make a multitude of moves to cover up for that 700 million. Go ahead, D. What you think? Your thoughts on
Oh
it?
Lord, here you go.
He's not. Look, he's not in the American League East. That's all that matters.
First of all, I heard word that the Yankees staff, one of his family members was made to leave the stadium. I don't know if it was during the playoffs or regular season, but that probably didn't look good, on things. And He wanted to stay in New York. That was clear. He just wanted to get out of the Bronx and go over to Queens. I mean, that's what it shows. But in the long run, Dre, believe it or not, it's going to help the Yankees. I think tying that money into one guy. I don't even think George Steinbrenner would have even did that. I don't even think he would have did that. That was too much money, man. I knew y'all was out of it when the Dodgers was out of it too. Dodgers like, look, we just spent a whole bunch of money already. We can't give Soto that much either. And Soto wants it now. He don't want to defer like the Dodgers been doing other people. He wanted his money now. So bad part is if you're an Oriole fan, Santander and Burns, he might be gone, man. What's I think
they
gonna
gone.
happen?
They gone. They already said it before the
Yeah,
season was over. They gone.
And you know what's so crazy about this is that when you look at the numbers, that's more they said that LeBron and Brady in their playing careers combined, and that's the richest contract, even beyond like Patrick Mahomes, Judge, Manny Machado, Bryce Harper. When you think about some of these these guys, and then what the Nats offered him, I think a 15-year. Well, like
550. I think it was like 550 or something.
like just literally a few years, like 2 years ago, when he was with the Nationals. Before
Talk about betting on yourself, huh?
He did that.
And at 26, he's getting this. And like D said, he said, forget getting it deferred. I want that now. Tomorrow is not promised. Young boy said, pay me now.
Was the last dude that was in his prime that got paid like this was A-Rod, man. He got paid by the Rangers. Gave him all that money back then. Not this much money, of course. But he got broke off.
You saw what happened. He ended up getting traded anyway. So
yeah, the Mets. Now the Mets, they got to get one more person to bat with him. Lindor was decent, but you just can't have Soto without another hitter.
Started putting up numbers though until after he left though too, D. So
right.
That's the one thing. Like the only thing I'll say this in closing, the Mets have a history of paying for people and it doesn't pan out, and then they'll go somewhere else and then it pans out for them. So they'll spend the money, but it doesn't, for some reason, it just doesn't gel with the Mets.
I have the top 10 contracts. Go ahead, Cravante. I got the contracts pulled up here. Soto, number 1, Ohtani, 10 years, $700 million. Aaron Judge, 9, $360. Bryce Harper, 13, $330. Corey Seager, 10 years, $325. Yoshihiro Yamamoto, 12, $325. Garrett Cole with the Yankees, $324. Manny Machado, $300 million. So it keeps going. And remember, Mike Trout was once the highest paid. He's not even in the top 10 anymore.
And then also these contracts are like, you just said 10 years now, extended to 15. What are we going to do, 20 years next?
Wow.
I don't understand
a lifetime contract. Gonna get a lifetime contract.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
That's crazy. Yeah, this is goofy. So D, can you tell me more about the situation with the family member thing?
Well, what I heard apparently that the family member got escorted out the building by the Yankee staff. I wasn't sure if it was during the postseason or regular season, but the other thing I heard, Soto has a deal. He has his own suite with the Mets. So I guess the family can come and have their own suite and do whatever they want to
do. Ugh, yeah,
well, when you're a desperate franchise, I bet you gonna give him whatever.
I mean, the Mets was in the NLCS last year, Jay. I ain't gonna say
they were, but I mean, I mean, you project that they'll make it back?
I mean, history would say no, but the Mets can go out and get one more hitter, man. It might be right there with the Dodgers, man.
Pete Alonso's a free agent also, D. They talking about trying to bring him back.
Oh, well, hey, that'll work. That'll work.
Wait, does that say 2039? That's crazy.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, and that's why
that's wild.
And while we have D on, I'm curious what D thinks about these over year contracts. Like, I mean, at one point, it was, you give a guy 3 years, 5 years, but now we're going to the 10, 15 mark.
First of all these guys need to thank Bobby Bonilla because he's still. I think he's still getting paid from the Mets, isn't he? He's still getting paid.
There's a day.
Yeah.
There's a day
Yeah.
dedicated to it.
Yep.
It
He's
is.
still got like 2 more years or something.
Hey, look, these cats are getting paid. Look, Otani gonna be getting paid the rest of his life. I mean, the deferred money. I mean, the Dodgers gonna have $1 billion in deferred money until like what 2040 something or something like that, man. It's
Run it up.
wild,
Run it up.
right?
Run it up.
The money just getting thrown. I mean, the money getting thrown out there now like a cheap hook. I mean, it's just baseball got all this money. I mean, the TV deals helping them out. Even though the regional sports networks are kind of folding, Major League Baseball might be televising their own stuff soon enough on the local level. But yeah, it's wild, man. These contracts are wild.
Man.
Go ahead, Raj.
But
What's
I'm
your
gonna
thoughts?
just, I'm gonna just say this, man. It's disgusting. Okay, it's very disgusting that these guys are getting $765 million, 15 years, 10 years, $700 million, 9 years. It's ridiculous at this point. So what's the next contract? Who's the next superstar to be up? Are they going to get a $1 billion contract? Is that what we head into next? I mean, all this money that's being thrown around in Major League Baseball, and they have no salary cap whatsoever. Some of this money can go somewhere else. To a homeless person. You know what I'm saying?
You're
Someone
right.
on the street can get this goddamn money, but this is just too much. This is crazy. This is insane, and I don't know what else is coming next, but I don't like it, to be honest with you, because I think guys like back in the day, like the Barry Bondses, like the Ken Griffey Jr.'s, like the actual superstars that were marketed to be superstars, deserve money like this. Not these guys, man. These guys, we know who these guys are because
Whoa.
Listen to
Some
me.
of the names up here,
Let me finish, Dre. Let me finish. Damn it. I'm just saying they're not as popular as the guys that were before us, is what I'm saying. The guys in the 90s, the guys in the 80s, the guys in the early 2000s. These guys are good. They're great. They're good players. They're great players. I'm just saying they're not marketed as, the guys. So that's all I'm saying. But it's just disgusting, to be honest with you, that they're getting this amount of money, which is ridiculous. But it is what it is. Sports is about to be inflated with, billionaires now. So I mean, because the NBA is going that direction as well. $500 million, $600 million, $700 million. So it is what it is. But for your average everyday working person, it's just like, really, $800 million. What are we doing?
Well, Raj, if you look at some of the names on that list he had, I mean, those guys are like superstar like caliber. They're, as Stephen A. would say, blockbuster. The judges. I mean, if you look at his numbers the past couple years, I mean, Judge, MVP,
yeah, he is. He's great.
Otani, household, Bryce Harper. So some of the names up there, like people do know, and Soto's been coming around. So you got a few up here, but I understand what you're saying. It's not
as sexy as it was back in the 90s.
Yeah, it's only a few of them. I feel you that are legit household names where anybody should know them.
All right, guys, let's get to it. Let's get to why the thumbnail is here. The college football playoff. Dre, I want to get your thoughts on it real quick. I know you got to get ready to slide out, but the playoff reveal has finally come. It seems like we've been waiting forever, guys. We heard about the expansion. We heard about the expansion of the college football playoff from 4, maybe to 8 teams, but we got the 12-team bracket finally revealed. And we now know the 12-team to an end. Let's pull up the bracket. Let's get your thoughts, Drizzy, Dre. As we have, and I'll go down the list of games real quick, starting on December 20th at, what is that, going to be a Friday night game at 8 p.m. on ABC and ESPN. We will have number 10 seed Indiana taking on Indiana taking on Notre Dame. The winner plays number 2 seed Georgia. SMU and Penn State play Saturday at noon on TNT and Max, but I believe this is still presented by ESPN, right, D? So ESPN presentation on TNT Max. How's that work?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, ESPN had their announcers on Turner.
So that's a 12 p.m. kickoff. SMU getting in over Alabama and Miami. losing that AACC championship game, Penn State the 6th seed, seeming to have one of the easiest paths to the championship, which we'll get into. Oregon gets to bye, of course, the number one overall seed. Here you go, Cavante. Tennessee and the Ohio State, Saturday night, December 21st, 8 p.m. on ABC and ESPN, 8 versus 9. Just like we see in March Madness, this can go either way. So this is pretty much a toss-up. And at the top, maybe the surprise of this whole field, in my opinion, Arizona State, they were predicted to finish last in their conference. They win the conference, ball Iowa State, get the 4 seed, get the bye, play the winner of Texas and Clemson, which will be a Saturday afternoon, 4 p.m. start on TNT and Max. Dre, how do you see this playing out? You've been riding with Oregon before we even played one snap of college football. You thought they would go wire to wire and win it all. Do you still feel that way, even though their path seems a little tougher than you might think for a 1 seed?
No, I'm still riding with Oregon. I think Oregon right now just to me looks like the best team in the country. But if I had to pick, it's either going to be Oregon versus Georgia, possibly, or well, they would meet the Ohio State probably. I would say Oregon, Georgia probably would be the for the championship, right? From looking at the brackets. I would definitely love to see Oregon take on the Ohio State as well as either Texas or Clemson. I will say this about Dabo. I thought about Dabo not trying to adjust to NIL and the transfer portal that he wouldn't be this far, but hats off to Dabo. They did make the college playoff. Still not what they once were, but at least they're in the playoff picture. Alabama had some key losses. I think that Oklahoma loss really put the nail in the coffin for them, or else we would have seen them make the playoffs, and it would have been good to see them. But this Alabama team honestly wasn't going to win anything anyway. It's good that we get to see at least one of the Heisman Trophy candidates in there. Gentry from Boise State. It would have been real great if Colorado could have made it in there, but Colorado also had a bad loss as well. And so I'm glad that we have a couple of these 1-loss and 2-loss teams, but I think Clemson is the only one that has 3 losses under their belt that's actually made it. But I mean, overall though, I'm happy with the bracket. I know that it's not going to be what everybody wants it to be, but I mean, some of these teams, I mean, like SMU, 1 loss and that came in the championship game. So I'm like I said, I'm satisfied with what it is, and you know, you're not going to be satisfying everybody, but it is what it is. I mean, I think that jumping from 4 teams to now 12 teams, and then I think they even projected it might go up in the next couple of years, but I think for right now, it's good, and we'll see what happens once this playoff bracket is done.
Appreciate it, Jay. Remember, the lower seeds have a home game in the first round, and the teams with the bye, those are the regular bowl games, the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl, the Rose Bowl, the Fiesta Bowl, and the Sugar Bowl, where they will be at their various locations where the team that has the bye is the home team, but it will be on a neutral site, quote unquote neutral site. And then the semifinals as well, and the national championship as well. So D, how do you feel, man? We finally got 12 teams. You think they got it right, and how do you see it playing out?
I think for the most part they got it right with the 12 teams in there. SMU definitely proved that they belong. Saturday night they was down. The Clemson, they was able to come back tied up. The Clemson got the unbelievable field goal. Oregon is in the driver's seat, but their road ain't easy, man, because you're going to host in the Rose Bowl, Tennessee or Ohio State. I mean, that's tough, man. I mean, that's pretty tough. Boise State and Penn State might have an interesting role. Penn State taking on SMU in the first round. I think they'll get Boise in the Fiesta Bowl, correct? Correct. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So that'll be interesting as well. The interesting things, Notre Dame hosting Indiana. They both don't play each other. They both in the same state, and it'll be a home Notre Dame game that's not on NBC. The first time, I got to say since like 89, 90 or something like that. and that'll be on ABC and ESPN in that Friday night window. So, when the last time Notre Dame played on a Friday at home and not on NBC? So that's going to be fun to see. And some of these places that's cold weather areas, it's going to be fun to see how teams that's warm climate teams, if they got to go there, can adjust. And that'd be interesting. I do think two things they got to consider here. To me, the semifinal should be its own separate thing. No, the bowl game should be tied with that because it's almost like you're using two teams. You're going to be using four teams and two bowl games. That's kind of whack to me. And I know a lot of people talking about lately they want to see it just seeded, but the conference championship games got to still mean something. And the buys is a product of that. If you do it the way most people want to do, the straight seeding without having the automatic qualifier in the conferences, then why play conference championship games? Then it hurts. It'll definitely hurt the loser, and then the winner don't really gain anything from it either. So that's my two piece with it. But outside of that, it's fine. And so glad Alabama's not in there. They don't deserve to be in there. I'm glad they're out of there. The slick one was talking yesterday. He talked out both sides of his neck as he always do. Slick Saban that he is. He is doing a good job on TV, but when it comes down to Alabama, he need to be out the room. And that Ball Johnson, Paul Feinbaum, whatever his country name is, he need to be shipped off somewhere too.
I'll go to Raj, then I'll finish with Cavante. Raj, how you feeling? Any favorites? Are you excited for the playoff? You got it on the video game, now you got it in real life.
Hey man, I am excited for the playoff. Even though the Alabama didn't make it, they, like D said, they didn't deserve it. They lost 3 games. They lost to Vanderbilt. They lost to Oklahoma. I'm like, bro, what are y'all doing? It is what it is. They were ranked 11, but seeing SMU got in there, they snuck in there. They deserve it more than so than Alabama. So it is what it is. I did see Nick Saban. He did have tears in his eyes when they was revealing the playoff. And tears was flowing. I was like, yeah, this is not a good look. But and he was making excuses too. He was making excuses, but I'm like, bro, you lost 3 games. You can't lose 3 games and think that you're gonna get in the playoff. It is what it is, though. Oregon is the best team in this entire playoff. They are the most complete team. I think Boise State does have a chance, though, especially with the best running back in all of college football in Genty. But Arizona State's pretty good as well. Tennessee's good. Of course, Clemson has always been pretty good, so they always have a shot. I think this is a really balanced schedule for the 12 teams, the 4 buys. I love it. It reminded me of the NFL already, so this is great. They finally got it right. They finally got a playoff system that everybody wants to see, everybody wants to watch. People can just follow it instead of just having a 4-team system, which to me always sucked. So this is a great first attempt of college football playoffs, and I think it's going to do very well in the ratings. And I think you will definitely see the 2 best college football teams at the end of this tournament. So I think Oregon's is going to probably win the whole thing. I could be wrong. Might get some upsets. You never know. But yeah, man, it's going to be really dope. And I can't wait to see what they do. The 20th when it starts. Can't wait.
Cravante, Bay, how you feel? And how do you feel about your Ohio State Buckeyes? You get a home game, even despite the goofiness. Tennessee comes up there, like D says, cold weather. Then you can have a chance at redemption. You get Oregon again. Remember that last play could have beat them. Didn't know the time management, clock management. And then you could potentially be on your way to maybe Ryan Day saving his job at the Ohio State, because I don't think he's going to be surviving this year if they don't win the national championship.
I absolutely agree. I've been saying that since they lost to Michigan, because and D, Raj, Byron, y'all know this. Michigan State, Ohio State, you got to beat the other. That your job security depends on it, and you lost to a less than Michigan team, and you shouldn't have. You were favored by 20.5 points. You had no business losing that game. So at this point, the only way to keep his job is to win a national championship. And now it's a hell of a road. It's a hell of a road. Tennessee is not no slouch, and I do think Oregon is rightfully the number one team going into this bracket, which I think they got right. I agree with Raj. They finally got this right, because I don't know what that BS they had before and the BS they had before that. But I think
It was called the BCS at one time.
Right.
Mhm.
But I'm really excited for what's to come. I'm hoping for upsets. This college football, baby. This was supposed to be about. It gives a college basketball feel, where it's like, oh, we got an 8-9 matchup. Okay, that's probably where we could see an upset. You know what I'm saying? Usually in a 5-12 matchup, we see in college basketball. Usually that's an upset. But we may get a couple. I'm loving what I'm seeing from Boise State. Absolutely loving from what I'm saying from Boise State. See what else we got going on. Go down a little bit. Indiana, Notre Dame. Sheesh. Yeah, I think Georgia. I think Georgia's gonna be in the championship. However, we say I like Georgia against anybody on this half of the bracket, on this portion, of the bracket. So I do think Georgia is going to be in the championship, and Oregon is the best team, so it's probably going to be Oregon, Georgia.
My question is, I only got one question: Is the quarterback because I know he got hurt the last game? Is he going to be healthy enough to go out there?
He got time. he's got time. But you already know I'm pulling for the Ohio State, but it's going to be tough. Getting past Tennessee is one thing, but getting past Oregon is another. I do think if they get past Oregon, they'll be in the championship, but it's a long shot. I think Ryan Day's days are numbered.
And who knows, Cravante and D and Raj, real quick before we move on, could the extra rest for some of these teams, they come out slow and sluggish? We see it in the NFL. Could a team get hot that plays the first weekend go into a team that is maybe, I don't know, is Tennessee, Ohio State, Clemson, Texas, aren't their rosters probably better than the Arizona State? So they may be favored against a higher seed. So a lot of ways this could go. A lot of things can go into this. Guys who are hurt, they have time to recover. Carson Beck, the quarterback of Georgia, as mentioned, cold weather going to warm weather and vice versa. How does it play out with the neutral sites as well? So a lot of things to go into, because these 4 seeds don't play until the 1st of January, guys, and 31st for Boise State. So these teams are off for over a month almost, most of them damn near. So we'll see how the rust is better. Marcel thinks the rest is better, so we'll see in college football how it works out.
I don't know, man. That's what makes it beautiful, though. It's like you never know. It's like, yeah, the rest could be great, but if you're going there rusty or you having too much rest, it's kind of like the NFL. It's like it can go either way, which makes it beautiful.
Makes it great, man.
Yes, sir. Well, let's get back to making things great locally as our teams are back in action. The bye week's over, and we're in week 15. Raj and D, can you believe it? D, I'm going to start with you. Ravens go to the Meadowlands, MetLife, a house of horrors for the Giants and Jets. Face the Giants. Giants 2-11. You know they want that number 1 pick. Lost again this past week to the team that Cavante's team plays, the Saints, this week. How these games playing out? What are some of the things you're looking forward to in this matchup?
Well, first of all, the Ravens should own the Giants. The Giants are terrible. 2-11. The only thing they really got going for them right now is Neighbors. Neighbors is doing a good job as a rookie. But outside of that, man, I mean, the point spread is what, like 11 and a half now, something like that. It says the highest point spread all year in the NFL. It's like we all know, I mean, the Ravens should own the Giants, but we know how the Ravens like the hard way. Ravens do love the hard way. And especially this stuff right now going on with Deontay Johnson, this mess that's been going on, and Tucker missing kicks. He's saying now he's been working during the bye. He's all right. He must have put the Benny Hinn jacket on or something. I don't know. I don't know. I heard him talking this stuff. With that being said, the Ravens should own the Giants on Sunday. Like you said, Byron, the Giants, they want that first pick. They want Travis Hunter. They want Deion Sun, the quarterback. They want one of them. And they should be ready to lay down. But knowing the Ravens, they'll keep it interesting Sunday. They should win the game, no doubt. But have your heart medicine ready again because they're gonna keep it interesting. And a team that's
14,
gone to the Super Bowl should destroy the Giants. Byron. They should destroy.
14-point spread, guys. So that's the
Oh,
number.
14 now. Jesus.
Yeah, 14. I think it opened at 15, D, and it dropped to 14. But Raj, 3-hour trip up the road, they need to whoop that ass, don't they?
I'm not even worried about the Giants. They're gonna beat them. I just been, you know what, man? I've been hearing all week, from some of our favorite content creators that we had on our show, guys like Engraven, guys like the Wernikin Show, Brother Nitro. Oh, this team is going to win the Super Bowl. This team can make a deep run. This team is going to they're going to find a way to get it together and do this, that, and the third. And don't get me wrong. I love my guys. I love that spirit. I love Nitro's spirit. I love Engraven spirit. We're gonna win the Super Bowl. I love it. But I ain't feeling it, man. I am not feeling that at all. And you can clip this part if you want. I don't really care. Like I said, I love my guys. Love that spirit. But I'm not feeling this team at all. We're going to destroy the Giants, though. We're going to win that game. But after that, it's a toss-up with the Steelers. I do not have us winning that game. I picked us the last time. I learned my lesson. I ain't doing that again. The Steelers are going to find a way to win. I think the Steelers are going to win the division altogether. I think they're beating the Eagles. I believe they're going to beat us. They might lose one game, and it's probably going to be against the Chiefs, maybe. But other than that, I think they're going to win the division. I don't have too much faith in this Ravens team to make a run. I think they'll make the playoffs. I think they'll get in. They'll be a wild card. But after that, it's like we're going to probably have to see the Steelers or the Chiefs or both or whatever. We're going to lose one of them or both of them at the same damn time. Who knows? I'm joking there. But seriously, though, like I like Justin Tucker is done. Okay, he's not going to make big kicks anymore. We've seen that. Harbaugh refuses to change out Falele at right guard. We know he stinks. He can't really block anybody. He's blocking air like this most of the time, every time we see him. And he just won't make any adjustments. He's very stubborn. He's not going to put in Ben Cleveland, although Ben Cleveland's the better person to put in. He's not going to do it. They find a way to get penalties at the wrong time. It always happens almost every game except the last one. And it's just like, bro, and then Deontay Johnson, now he's a problem now. And we didn't even cut him. We was like, we're going to just suspend you for one game. We're going to suspend you. Since you don't want to play for us, we're going to just suspend you. And then we're going to bring you back against the Steelers and put you out there again. Maybe put you out there again. Who knows? It's like, bro, what are we doing, man? I just don't understand with this team. I don't. It's very frustrating. I still have that as my lower third. It's very frustrating, okay? It's very frustrating watching the Ravens. I'm glad this was a bye week. I am still frustrated with them since the Eagle game and beyond that as well. But we're going to destroy the Giants, Byron. We're going to destroy them, to answer your question. I've no worry about that. It's just like after that, it's like we have to see the Steelers again. And we know we don't match up very well with them. We always find ourselves doing silly things against them. And I don't think it's going to change. I think they're going to continue to keep doing silly things against the Steelers, which will probably cost us that game. And then we're going to have to go against Houston. We should beat them, maybe. Who knows? And then we got to see the Browns. We got to see Jameis, who likes to throw 4 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. Except we don't catch the interceptions when he throws it to us. So, like I said before, they could win the whole thing like Engraven and Nitro said. They could win the entire thing. They can go on a run. But do I think they're going to go on a run? Do I think they're going to finish out the season strong? No, I don't. But we will be a playoff team.
Cavante, your thoughts on the Giants? I know you've seen them with your Commanders before we get into the Commanders preview and 14-point spread. How you feel about that? The Giants that bad?
Yes. They're a mixture of that bad, and they're probably gonna lay down because they need a top pick. So 14 sounds about right. You don't want to get too disrespectful with the point spreads, but 2 touchdowns sounds about right. It's a lot. And like D said, the Ravens usually find a way to keep it interesting, except against NFC teams. Yes, there was a recent loss to the Eagles, but it's only number 2 in Lamar Jackson's career. This team is not like the Eagles at all. So, like Raj said, this isn't the week to worry about. The Giants are.
I think he froze.
Don't you love seeing that, Rod? Your boy
he's in
hard.
deep thought.
13-3.
It's hard bomb.
I think
It's
he
hard bomb.
he look like he's in deep thought right now. Don't he?
Yes, he's thinking about what his Commanders are going to do on Sunday.
Oh boy!
But look at that D and Raj, 13-3 after the bye. Say what you want about Harbaugh. He does it well after the bye. 13-3, sponsored by Papa John's.
Oh joy. Yeah, he does it very well after the bye. I will give him that. But I like I said before, man, I just don't have any faith in John. John is very stuck in his ways. John does not want to adapt. And when fans are telling him, like, bro, you need to look at the tape. I know he sees the tape, but he just like, you know what? Even though I know that Falele can't block this dude, I know he can't, stop.
Well, I know McCoy stinks most of the
Right.
time.
I know McCarr's going to get like 10 penalties, I know he's going to do all these things. I'm just going to continue to keep doing the same thing over and over again. It's just very frustrating. It really is. And it's like, enough is enough at this point. It's like, how can we win something and y'all are doing the same things over and over again that keeps putting you in this situation? And then on top of that, you have all the haters that hate Lamar. It's always his fault. It's always that guy's fault. Number 8. But no, it's not always Lamar's fault. Of course not.
Right.
But he gets all the blame for silly things that our coaching staff does. And it's just a revolving door. You good, Cavante? You good? Because you was look like you was in deep thought for a minute. You was in deep thought. You was like,
So yeah, Giants nothing to play for. Ravens should roll. That's pretty much the end of that.
Will they cover the 14? Will they cover the 14? That's the question.
They should. The only reason why they wouldn't is if, for whatever reason, they're not executing the offense. They execute the offense, they should definitely cover the spread.
All right, Cavante, Commanders fans are traveling down to the Big Easy, New Orleans, to face the Saints. And of course, Cavante, if you haven't heard, Derek Carr fractured non-throwing hand, out indefinitely, so probably rest of the season. More than likely, no Chris Olave from the Ohio State, as we know. The cupboard is bare in New Orleans. They probably want to get some draft capital also, but 5-8 kind of in the middle. They're going to need a new coach. So what does their future look like? Commanders 8-5, looking to remain the last wild card with a couple teams breathing down their neck. How you feeling about this, Cavante? On Sunday afternoon, 1 from New Orleans.
I think we should win. Defense should get a boost from Marshawn Lattimore, and the offense, looking at last week, it seems like it's getting back on track. Brian Robinson's health is very, very important to this team. Very, very important. You're right. The cupboard is bare for the Saints. So, like Michael Irvin, that finger looking good. That's this game. This game should be finger looking good. Like, there should be no. I think both of our teams should be in the same situation right now. Like, it should be finger looking good. Derrick Henry, what are we doing?
I'm just a simple man.
Sorry. My bad. That brother look good though. He look good with him. He look good with all that mess off his head.
No, a mess.
Yeah, so
That
whatever
made him intimidating.
dreads,
What are you talking about
locks,
mess?
whatever you want to call it, dreads, locks, whatever. He looks better like this. He looks better like this.
He don't look intimidating. He just like another guy. He look like a jag. Just
Hey,
another guy.
hey, if he has over 150 yards on Sunday and he's still steamrolling dudes,
He might be faster.
he might be faster.
Look,
But
he ain't intimidating right now. He look like an average guy.
but this should be one of those games where, hey guys, our starters probably should be out midway through the fourth quarter. Like that's the type of game.
Yeah.
Honestly, both of us should be playing. Like we should destroy our opponents. But the NFL,
Finger licking good special. That's what I'm talking about.
that's
Man,
how
isn't it a shame? Isn't it a shame the Saints still involved in the NFC South race? How bad Atlanta is. It's just a shame.
and it's
Shame.
crazy. And it's crazy because the Bucks might win, losing twice to the Falcons.
Right.
Ain't that crazy? So the Saints, believe it or not, are still in it, but they shouldn't be. Like, you want to talk about the cupboard is bare, Byron. They're in cap hell. Draft, they're in the middle of the pack as far as draft, as far as the draft. No head coach. It's all jacked up in the Big Easy right now. The Big Easy is not looking easy right now.
Raj, D, how do you see the Commanders finishing out the season, real quick?
What is that schedule looking like? I know they play the Saints. They should beat them. Who
They
else
play
would-
Atlanta still. They play the Eagles.
Ooh,
They play the Cowboys, right?
okay. Yeah, they should beat the Cowboys this time. The Eagles, I don't know about that. They should. I mean, they should at least win at least 10 games, maybe. That should be good enough to get in the
I say
playoffs.
when the season started, they was a 10-win team. So
Yeah, so I mean, they'll beat the Saints. The Falcons, I don't know. The Eagles, I don't know. Cowboys, definitely. If they can maybe get it, maybe they could beat the Falcons because Kirk Cousins is a turnover machine. I mean, he's not playing great football.
they said this man might get benched. Might get
He
benched with a
deserves
rookie.
to get benched. He's been terrible. So
I agree.
He ain't been your cousin, Bobby. He been a
I
bad
say
cousin.
10 or 11 wins for the Commanders. That's good. Since they have a rookie quarterback, that's fantastic. So they're going in the right direction. Like I said before, they'll destroy the Saints coming off the bye, and they'll do their thing. So it's a good
Real
thing.
quick, D, before we go around the NFL.
Go with me.
Let's do it.
All right, D, let's start on Thursday. I'll start with you. Lions beat the Packers 34-31. D, how good is Detroit? And the NFL today will be in Detroit on Sunday as the crew travels as the Bills go to Detroit for a potential Super Bowl preview.
Could be a Super Bowl preview there. I know we'll talk about it a little bit, but the Lions finding ways to win. Packers just not quite there yet. Packers had a chance and they blew it the other night. And the Lions at 11-1 right now, I believe, or 12-1. I think they're 12-1. They look good, man. I got to give it to them. They're the best team in the NFC by far.
Let's go to Sunday afternoon. Russ was cooking. Steelers beat old Martin Luther Winston. He was feeling the positivity, but like the new day, he needed to turn heel and be a new way. As the Browns 3-10, hopefully on their way to 1-2-3 Cancun. The Steelers 2 games up on the Ravens in the North.
Yeah, the Steelers are the best team in the AFC North. I've been trying to hold off on it, but every week they keep proving me wrong, and they've been great, man. I mean, Russ is really cooking with the Steelers. I didn't think he was going to be this great with them, but he is. They find ways to win with their great defense. TJ Watt is always making plays, and it just is what it is, man. So they're a fantastic team. They're beating on. They're doing the little things that I wish we would do, but it is what it is. The Browns are done. Jameis Winston continues to turn over the ball when he doesn't need to. And although Jared Judy's been playing extremely well, he's not a Jag, like Steve Smith said. He's not a Jag, but it's not enough. And yeah, man, the Browns are done, and the Steelers are great.
Cravante, the Buccaneers keep winning in the NFC South, and We'll get to the other teams in that division, but they are rising while others are falling. And the Raiders, they want the number one pick just like the Giants. So can they play each other in the number one pick playoff?
We should do that. Like I think is the NFL thinking about doing that, or is that just a rumor?
Something like that. I don't know. The winner with the worst two teams play, and the winner gets the number one pick. There you go.
It should be something.
Lord.
It should be something we consider. But the Bucs are playing good football at the right time. So, and the Falcons are free falling right now, and the Panthers and Saints were kind of like how I expected. I didn't think they were legitimate contenders in winning the division. But the Falcons are definitely free falling right now, and the Bucs looking like they're gonna slide right on past them. But they're playing football right now.
The Eagles right behind the Lions, 22-16 over the Panthers. Bryce Young looks like he's got a heartbeat. Looking like they may have a quarterback in Carolina. And the Eagles 11-2. Juan Barkley continuing his pace and race towards history.
No doubt about it. The Eagles found a way to win. Their offense is still a little funky here, and that A.J. Brown, Jalen Hurts beefing a little bit. But it should be the Saquon train. Oh, it definitely ain't. It won't be the last either. But no doubt, Saquon Barkley should be running the train in Philadelphia. But your point to Carolina, Bryce Young, it should be coming. If they get some players in the offseason, Carolina might be legit. And it don't take a lot in the NFC South to be legit. So
no,
they might be sooner there than we think.
Raj, the Giants and the Saints, an exciting matchup. I know we all would love to see, and it ended with a blocked field goal. 14-11.
I mean, what can I say, man? I mean, two bad teams. The Saints done lost Derek Carr for the rest of the season, so he's gone. The Giants don't have a quarterback at all, so it's complete garbage on both ends. So I don't know what else to tell you. Straight garbage, both ends.
All right, let's go to the Vikings and the Falcons. Cavante, I say it every week. I got to stop doubting the Vikings. They're 11-2, and the Falcons keep falconing.
Kevin O'Connell deserves some votes for Coach of the Year for the turnaround that he's done with Sam Darnold. I mean, because Sam Darnold, my gosh, was looking like a bust for the first portion of his career. And he gets with a guy who's legit on the offensive side of the ball, and Sam Darnold has completely did a 180 and is looking like, I'm not going to say MVP candidate, but he has things clicking in Minnesota. And the only reason why they're not contending for the number one spot is really because the Lions are amazing. Crazy to say. I never thought I'd put those words together, but Sam Darnold and the Vikings are playing good, some really, really good football. And again, Falcons are free falling. So, God, they beat him by 3 touchdowns. God damn.
You know,
Sam went like 5 touchdowns, man. He was killing.
Yes.
They had 5.
Yeah, he had 5 touchdowns. Yes, he did have 5. Yes.
My heavens. Addison and JJ Jetta. Whew.
Yeah, it looked like a great pick. Each week here on the Flex Zone podcast, we recap these games and we look at certain teams and certain situations that, makes us wonder why we try anymore. And it's only right, Raj, that we play the wonderful sounds of Dr. Disrespect and let the melodic sounds of some of the worst teams in the NFL each week that continue to let you down. How did they do? We start in Tennessee. The 3-10 Titans losing to Shad Khan, Tony Khan, and the entire AEW roster continue to be the running show again, and they lose to the Titans. The Jaguars full victory for the 3rd win of the season. the Khan family, Khans again, getting a win, 10-6. This game was so boring. I'd rather watch King Drive, or probably AEW. Matter of fact, Rampage on Friday, people.
Oh man.
Ridiculous. Just ridiculous. How you Tennessee Titans? You losing to the who's the quarterback for Jacksonville? Like, come on, man.
Mac Jones.
The defense got to do everything. I got defense got to go out there and play offense too, man. The offense is off. All born Nashville. They left with Derrick Henry. That's what happened.
Doug Peterson is out of there.
Rod, even in victory, Tony Khan can't get right.
I don't got no words for them either. Both of them teams are straight garbage. But the Jaguars, man, and the Tennessee Titans, not the disrespect just says it all. I don't got no words.
But if you thought we were done in the basement,
Oh,
we got one more, Cavante. The New York Jets. 3-10, Cavante. Taking the Miami Dolphins to overtime. Looking like they had a chance to win. And they give up a game-winning touchdown, 32-26. I thought they were known for defense. Oh, that's right. They fired their head coach or defensive coordinator. What are we doing, Cavante?
defense look like trash.
These are the type of things that happen to poorly ran, poorly managed organizations. You get non-breaks like this. That's what happens. That's what happens. And the Jets are getting everything they deserve for thinking Aaron Rodgers was going to save them.
Especially Aaron Rodgers. He deserved to suffer.
I have to
He
agree.
deserved to suffer.
I have to agree. And I love Duck. But
They asking the question about them not, the Jets as a whole not making the playoffs for the last 15, 16 years now. He's like, well, I've only been here 1 year with it. Well, you're a part of it now, son. You wanted to go there so bad, so you're gonna suffer. You're gonna suffer. There ain't no way for you to get out of it. No way out for your ass. No way out.
And the team you left is doing pretty well.
Very well.
that is funny though. I mean, it is true. It is true.
We about to talk about
Real
another
quick,
sucker team in the moment in the Bears.
30-18. Cardinals can't get right, Cavante.
I reached on this one. That's
I did too, brother.
That's what I did. I thought because they was at home, this was a winnable game, but the Cardinals have been a roller coaster this year, up and down, up and down. They was leading the division for a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But I just think with all of what's going on now with the Rams, we will get to them in a little bit. But the loss to the Seahawks and the Rams coming up, I think the Cardinals may have
peaked too early.
Stamped their ticket for Cancun.
They shot their wad too early, as you say.
Is Josh Allen the MVP now? 6 touchdowns and they lost 44-42. The Rams still holding on.
Hey, Roger, let's not do that. He helped my fantasy team yesterday, one of my leagues. Oh, he was great.
Oh,
he was magnificent. But I should have took the Rams. I was saying all week before I left the job Thursday, I said, I think the Rams got a shot to win this game against the Bills here, man. Just think the Bills might be looking ahead to the Lions, the Rams, still doing well. Sean McVay should get coaching votes of the year too, man, because this team was banged up early. It was hurt. Mm-hmm. It was not much. And they found a way, man. You got to give it to them, man. They found a way. They found a way to stay relevant. They're right there in the divisional race now. And it's really them in Seattle. The 49ers, even though they beat the lonely Bears, sorry behinds, they're still on E. And Arizona, so you don't know what you're going to get every week. Some weeks they're good. Some weeks they're bad. Some weeks they're ugly. You just don't know.
And I think Puka Nacua is one of the best offensive players in the league.
Yes, sir.
And
Him, Williams, and Cooper Kupp.
He proves that he's definitely worth that pick that they invested in him last year. So he's great, but And that Josh Allen. I mean, he's
I
don't
know,
get me
I know. We're gonna get to the Cowboys. So I mean, cut you over. They got Jerry Jones up here. What the fuck are you still talking about, man? Why are you still talking? Y'all suck. You're 1-6 at home. Why are you still talking? Why are they still put microphones in your face?
because he's Jerry Jones, man.
See
He's
now,
Jerry.
old man. Go in the rocking chair somewhere. Okay, just go away. Go away. Man.
But
Just when you thought we were done with the basement dwellers, there's more. Because at 425 in the Bay Area, at the wonderful new Levi Stadium, the Chicago Bears, who have not won a game since the Hail Maryland down in Landover at Northwest Stadium, face the 49ers, who had nobody playing on that team. I think Raj was starting wide receiver. And the offense had 2 yards at halftime. Is that correct? 38-13. The Bears continue to lose, Raj. The city of Chicago, the mayor, Brandon, I think his name is Brandon too, right?
I believe
Goofy
so.
mayor, the goofy mayor, the goofy crime rate, goofy artists who go to jail for snitching on themselves in their own rap, Raj. And the damn Chicago Bears. And don't get me started on the damn Bulls. Michael Jordan rolling over in his grave. The city of Chicago. I guess all they got is CM.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you. I didn't even watch this game. I figured that the 49ers would win. I think I picked Chicago, but because of all the injuries, but 49ers, even with a half of a team, beat the Chicago Bears, which is really ridiculous. So it doesn't matter if Matt Eberflus is there or a Floozy or whoever.
Not a Floozy.
They're gonna find ways to lose games. So their season is a wrap. But before anybody moves on, let me just say this about Josh Allen, because D kind of cut me off. I don't give a damn about his 6 touchdowns altogether. Okay, he was stat padding most of those, so it doesn't really matter to me. Of course, when he loses, he doesn't get any blame because he gets all the pats on the back. Oh, he was just great. Oh, he had 6 touchdowns though. Nah, I don't hear none of that crap. You lost. It is what it is. But anyway, you can continue, guys. I'm done.
And in the weekly segment of what the Chiefs did to win this week, as they are the luckiest team in NFL history, the luckiest 12-1 team in history, Cravante. The Chargers were driving to the game-winning. No, the Chiefs were. This is the 3rd string kicker. I don't even know his name. He comes in the game, Cravante. I think it was the guy that served you groceries at ShopRite. He doinks it in, Dre. They're 12-1. This team just does anything they want and they win. Dre, what do you do with the Chiefs, man? I picked against them and they still come back and win. Gus Edwards running touchdowns, not enough. Harbaugh looking like the other Harbaugh, confused. And they are their daddies.
Well, I mean, shoot. I mean, I was wrong too. Apparently, the Bengals done won this game over the Cowboys. So I mean, look, man. I'm not mad at you for your pick with the Chargers, but I think the Chargers are about a year or 2 away under Harbaugh from really making some legit noise. I think they spice it up, but I think they'll be one I think the AFC West will probably be like the division soon. I mean, you already got Harbaugh, Reed, and Sean Payton in there, and then if and depends on what the Raiders may do. Who knows who their next head coach may be. As Chiefs team, though, I told you. I mean, yes, they won all these games by 1 score or less, but I mean, well, yeah, by a score, but I just don't see it sustaining. I know people are like, the Chiefs, and you can't count the Chiefs out, which we don't because they keep winning. I just don't see a 3rd Super Bowl. I don't know who they're gonna fall to, but you can't keep winning games like this. And it might be a team like us, the Ravens. It might be the Bills, but some team is going to knock them off because you can't. After a while, this is an old reference in D, and You know, Raj, y'all might know about this, but Luck will not be a lady tonight.
Because it's old, right? Because it's old.
Hey, look.
Oh, I might know about this.
Well,
Okay.
y'all ain't that far behind, damn it.
But Luck always can't be a lady tonight. So I'll say that.
No, let me say this, Dre, about the travel bitch. I mean, the travel cheat.
Oh,
Patrick
damn.
Mahomes. Well, it's late night. It's midnight. We can do that. I'm getting tired of the Chiefs. They making me sick. It's reminding me of the Steelers back in the day, but even worse, and the Patriots too. Finding ways to the fluky wins. A lot of people ain't even talking about, let alone the missed kick. Oh, you can kiss my ass. Anyway, the kickoff that the Chargers had, where it didn't land in the landing zone, it got them right to the 40 automatically. I'm like, come on.
Yep. You lost.
Mm-hmm.
You lost right there. You lost right there.
Yeah, I thought all these fluky ways and finding ways to win, man. It's very annoying. It's very annoying. And I'm Dre. I hope you're right though. I hope it don't last. For some reason, they got a lucky horseshoe and a lucky rabbit foot up their rear end because they finding ways every week. They won by the same score in the division 2 straight weeks, 19-17. How you do that? How you do that?
They I know people saying it's the luckiest team. I think they just honestly know how to close out games. But we've seen this time and time again in the NFL. You're not gonna win a Super Bowl like that. After a while, that stuff just catches up to you. And we've seen it with, they lost that one game with the Bills, but I just think that I thought that they may have turned it around after the Bills game, but if you keep winning games like that, it just in the history of the NFL, not only do they have nobody's ever won 3 Super Bowls in a row, but you also have this is just not sustainable for the playoffs. It's just
I would agree.
teams will
They're
run
going
the
to be the number
football.
one
I
seed, Dre. They're
disagree.
going to be the number one seed, Dre. Look at the schedule. They're going to be the number one seed.
They'll have the number one seed, but I'm just saying some team is going to be able to run the football, or there's going to be a
I disagree.
pass or something. That's
Raj.
I disagree. I think it is sustainable because they continue to keep doing it every week. Like, and only one team has beat them. And of course, it's the Buffalo Bills, but I'm just saying.
And they beat them. You got to beat them. You just can't get lucky. You got to beat them.
Yeah, they beat them.
Because luck is on their side. So you got to beat them.
It was only one game. So they won every other game besides that. So it is very sustainable. And they play the Browns. They're going to beat them.
They play the Dookie Stains next week. They're going to beat them Dookie Stains.
No, I'm not concerned with the regular season. Regular season is washed. Like once the Bills lost, like they got the number one seed, like y'all said.
But they do it in the playoffs too.
They find
ways in the playoffs.
What makes you think this is going to stop?
It's not.
History,
especially going up there.
It's not a history.
I think the best bet is for the Bills to beat them in the playoffs. But you want to talk about history, Dre? Who's beating Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs?
Nobody. Say no.
Joe Burrow. That's it.
Joe Burrow,
Tom Brady. Joe Burrow, Tom Brady. This is what I'm saying. We all are basketball fans here. We saw what the Golden State Warriors did to people on a very consistent basis. It's like a switch, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
When the playoffs start, the Chiefs kick it up a notch. And why I think it's sustainable is because they have the best, or I think in my opinion, one, if not the best defensive coordinator in football right now.
He is
a coach in football and the best quarterback in football. I don't care how, if it come down to it, I'm picking Patrick Mahomes over anybody. I don't care how he's playing. I don't care about MVP awards, none of that.
He don't care about no MVP awards. He just like, look, I'm gonna rack these trophies up.
You rack them trophies up. Best quarterback, best D coordinator,
especially
best.
Start doing this little thing right here. Start doing this as a wrap.
And listen, those situationally, the Chiefs are the best. Situational football, absolute best, and they make you pay for late mistakes. Every time they make you pay. You have to play a perfect game with them, and you got to jump on them, and you got to stomp on them, and nobody can do that except for the Bills. And since you beat them once,
Chance of beating him again is slim.
You know, it was Emmanuel Sanders. He was on the facility last week, and he said, "Man, I don't even." He said, "I don't even care if it's like 10 seconds on the clock." He said, "You get nervous with Patrick Mahomes has the ball because he said he's just that lethal." I forgot the game that happened where Patrick came back and won that game.
Buffalo playoff game.
Buffalo
There's
Bills.
Buffalo.
No, not
Oh.
not. He wasn't referring. It was a regular season game he was referring to. But he did mention that. He said, I didn't even realize this. He said Patrick Mahomes had beat him. He said he never beat him. He said he talked about the Bills, and he also was saying when he was with the Broncos, he was like, man, we could just never beat him. He was like, he retired because of Patrick Mahomes.
I got one more thing to say.
It's getting hard to beat that mulatto. I will admit it is getting hard.
My God,
I mean, look, the one
Listen.
thing you know with Patrick Mahomes, it's a few quarterbacks. If they get the ball in their hands, they can do it. Lamar, I'm happy he's in the conversation. Josh Allen, of course, you know, the Joe Burrows, but Patrick Mahomes. I mean, those guys seem like they need a little more time. Patrick Mahomes, I don't care if it's 5 seconds. You just believe that Patrick is going like drive down the field and get it done.
But I will say this: if they make it to the Super Bowl and they see the Lions, I would not be mad if I'm always on the side of history. Like if you got a chance to be historic, I'm rooting for that to happen. And Patrick Mahomes, that's my guy. So if he gets to the Super Bowl, I'm rooting for him to win. But I would not be mad if the Lions beat him in the Super Bowl. I would not be mad.
I'll say this: if they face the Lions in the Super Bowl, I know everybody keeps talking about the Lions as this juggernaut. I would pick the Chiefs because of what you said earlier. They got the coach, they got the quarterback, and they got the D coordinator. And as much as I love my man Dan Campbell, I think he would just fourth down it away. Like he would just do something on fourth down, and you'd be like, "That was the Super Bowl," and you cost them.
Dre, you could write the script.
Yeah, sound like a script.
Look, I got a patent, so
get the writing, brother. It's probably going. It's there. It's in your head already.
Real quick, Monday night Bengals 27-20. The Cowboys still trying to keep their playoff hopes alive. Dre, and then go ahead into your game ball, not so game ball. Any thoughts on this?
Man, the damn Cowboys should get my not so game ball because I picked these mofos and they lost.
I don't know why you did, Dre. I don't know why you did that.
Well, because the Bengals haven't been playing that great, y'all. Like,
the Cowboys suck in Dallas. They suck at home.
They're terrible.
They suck.
They are really bad at home.
It's a one-score game. Nevertheless,
they made the Giants look good on Thanksgiving Day. They suck at home.
All right, my game ball, not so game ball. I'm gonna say my not so game ball will go to. It's got to go to Kirk Cousins, man, and the Falcons.
Damn, that's a good one, Dre. That's a good one.
I think it's time to bench Kirk Cousins. I know people are saying they're trying to hold on. The coach is trying to hold on. Some people in the media are trying to hold on. But damn, you got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them, and know when to walk away. I don't give a damn. If the Broncos could walk away from Russell Wilson and they owed him about $70 million on the table, then the Falcons, y'all can do the same damn thing. You just gotta eat it. You got your rookie quarterback. I know he's sitting there, he's learning, but the rest of these other rookie quarterbacks this year, they've been really. I think they've had pretty decent years, and you can see the trajectory with them. I know Caleb Williams, the wins don't show, but you can see that he's going to be a franchise quarterback. Drake May. The only one that we haven't seen is J.J. McCarthy, but Bo Nix, like some of these guys, they really show that they can ball out. And I think Penix could get in there, and you're in a playoff contention. Like, why not give your team a spark to let them get in there? Right now, you guys own the tiebreak over the Bucks because you've beaten them twice, but your quarterback is costing you games where he has no touchdowns, like 8 interceptions over the past 4 games. And he started off hot, but Like it's just like the Cardinals. Like he started out hot, but baby, that flame is dimming week by week, and he's the one that's costing them these games. So I'm gonna give my not so game ball to the Falcons, and particularly Kirk Cousins, who's costing them games. And then my game ball is gonna go to. I'm gonna give it to the Rams. The Rams. The Rams. Because I said that they
Oh
would make.
Lord.
I said that they could make a playoff run. It looks like that when how they were able to be against the Bills. If they just weren't injured, I think that them and the 49ers very
agree.
injury prone. But I think the Rams actually still have a chance to win their division and get into the playoffs. So I'm gonna stick with my team, the Rams.
Go ahead, D.
Oh Lord. Really, Dre?
Look, do you want me to do that, or you want me to do the Joe Hendry?
Oh God. I need to take that guitar bashman in his head. Anyway.
Hey, I believe in Joe Hendry. We need to believe in the Rams.
He can believe going under the table. Anyway. Honorable mention, Alabama not making the playoff.
Oh,
Felt
get him
great
out of here then.
to see Slick Saban and company
First of all, it looked like
cried
you
and
in the
moan.
bathroom.
I'm not in the bathroom. I'm in the bedroom. Second of all, I enjoyed that. That felt great. Oh, strength of schedule. Well, win your games. Win your games and stay your ass on ESPN. How about you do that? Do that, Slick Saban. Do that. Anyway, we're gonna start high and then we aim low. Game ball, I gotta give it to them. Miami Dolphins. They hanging in there. They're hanging in the wild card race. Mr. Tua, when he's in there, he makes a difference for the Dolphins. They look like a totally different team. When he's not in there, they stink to high heaven. So props to Miami, hanging in there. They got Houston Sunday. If they want to make any noise getting into the playoffs, they got to win that game against the Texans. Not so game ball. I kind of previewed to it a little bit, but I'm going to continue on. These goddamn Dallas Cowboys, man. Okay? First of all, they don't flex them jokers out. First of all, I blame America. America, y'all getting the game, not so game ball with this. Why the hell is y'all watching them? 25 million people should not be watching a sorry ass football team. What the fuck? We need them flexed off. They coming up Sunday night against Tampa Bay in 2 weeks. They need to be flexed off, man. We don't want to see them. They're gonna be probably Fox's game of the week in a couple weeks against the Eagles. Still, because the Eagles still need some. Hopefully they switch it with Green Bay, Minnesota. I'm hoping. But all y'all fans out there, watch these damn Cowboys. For what? They suck. Just like their geriatric owner, Jerry Jones. They keep interviewing him. And nobody wants to hear him anymore. Sit down. Sit your old ass down. Give the team to Steven. If he can't get it done, sell the motherfucker. You're going to get billions of dollars off of it. It's annoying. Y'all suck at home. Y'all terrible at home. Michael Parsons walked off. I don't actually blame him. He's probably tired of this mess, man. He's a free agent. Man wants to spend some time winning the title, not being known as the most popular team that don't do nothing. Get tired of that every year, man. It's annoying. The Cowboys are annoying. They're tired of seeing them in main games on TV at prime time, late afternoon. It's annoying. They're annoying. Screw them. You suck at home. You stink. You're terrible. Get the fuck out of here. That's about it. All right.
Let me say this though before the next person goes. D, I learned this from an ESPN event I went to. They lead, bro. Like that's the only reason you're going to keep seeing them. Like you said,
I know, because 25 million fools watch these bastards when they stink.
It's why Skip always talked about them. It's why Stephen A. trolls them. Their fan base, man, they got the best fan base.
How many people watched them on Thanksgiving? It's like 30 something people.
I think we're forgetting something. We forget about the fans that want to see them lose. That's the thing too. So it's not all 25 million aren't Dallas Cowboy fans. At least half of them probably help Dallas Cowboy either haters or just want to see them lose because they get so much airtime.
Good point.
Without earning it.
I agree.
There's nothing wrong.
Well, no,
as much as I can't stand the tribal chief, they do put in the work. I give Kansas City.
But you know, it's nothing like trolling a Cowboys fan, especially when you go to work the next day, or you
Oh yeah,
see
no
them
wrong
or
with
you
it.
see them in the street.
My point, I got
Low.
better time. I got better stuff to do with my time than to watch a sorry ass football team.
Oh, I just don't even watch.
That's what I'm saying. But they're forced. They're on these prime windows where you have either no choice to watch them. There's nothing else on, or you stuck. Might as well watch paint dry at this point. Watching the Cowboys. When the Cowboys are home, they're losing. They're going to give up about 27 to 30 points a game at home, average. Sometimes it might be worse. Sometimes might be around that 27 range. But they suck at home. They're horrible.
Go ahead, Raj.
I love the insight. That was fantastic. That was great. But I want to say this, man. My not so game ball doesn't actually go to a team playing this week. It goes to the Baltimore Ravens, man.
Oh, no, you
For
go
suspending
ahead.
Deontay Johnson, man. Like, bro, like, are you serious? Man? You going to suspend this brother because he decided not to come in the game? And on top of that, this is where they left. This is what they didn't tell us. It's not that he didn't decide to come in the game. It's when it was at the end of the game when it was like go in there. Or when it was like we already down by like I think what 14 or 10 to 14 points. Now you go in the game, You don't have the decency to put him in the game right after Rashad Bateman is hurt. Oh, but you left out that most important part. They get my not so game ball for that, man. That this whole situation is goofy, and the way they treated Deontay Johnson is goofy as well. So I don't blame him for not playing. Honestly, I really don't. I probably wouldn't have done it either. I mean, I wouldn't have done that, but I don't blame him for being upset and angry for not going in the game. You know, right then and there. But they get
And
my not so
Roger,
game ball for all this foolish. Huh? What happened?
I was going to say to your point too. When the last time the Ravens really come out and actually say a player does something wrong in the game and they suspend him? They rarely do that.
They
So
don't.
they
They
wanted
don't
to
do that.
embarrass him.
That's probably why they haven't cut him. Because they knew they was in the wrong too. So they are goofy for that. They get my not so game ball for being goofy and doing that. They could have kept that in house. They could have not said nothing. They could have just brushed it underneath the rug.
Yeah.
They brought attention to themselves, so they get my not so game ball.
And the crazy thing is, y'all traded for the brother.
Exactly, and you don't use him. You don't use him at all. But my game ball, it goes to the Detroit Lions. They only lost one game so far. They continue to keep rolling. Dan Campbell is very aggressive, which I love. It doesn't matter how many fourth downs it is, he's going to go for it. It seems like. So they continue to keep rolling. They have the best team in the NFC, probably the best team in the whole NFL. But yeah, man, they continue to keep winning. I don't see who's going to stop them in the NFC. And they continue to keep doing their thing. So they get my game ball. Go Lions.
Start low and high, Cavante, baby.
I want to talk more about them in Goofies, but they also get my not so game ball. The Chicago Bears.
Oh, Cravante for a second. I thought you were going to do the LA Night. Let me talk to you.
Chicago Bears.
Preach on about the Bears because they all goofy. Preach on about it.
My gosh.
Yeah, real bad. And I actually found out some information later after it already happened. After who got fired? Was it Shane Waldron or I think it was when Eberflus got fired, but I'll talk about it in Goofies. But the Chicago Bears are really, really bad. And you know how you get better when an interim coach usually comes in, like the team plays a little bit better because like everybody's job is on the line. They haven't. They played worse. Like they were down 20.
It was the brother's first game. It was his first game, and it was against the 49ers.
Man, the 49ers ain't good.
Yeah, but
Dre, are you serious? The 49ers got injuries. The running back got hurt in the game. The latest running back they got hurt in the game.
Look, Will Barr gave some history today on ESPN. They struggle all the time against the 49ers.
The Bears suck. Continue, Cavante. The Bears suck.
They were down 24-0 at one point. And it was just bad to watch. That's a game. That's another game you turn off.
Who was turning it on?
Fair enough.
It's true.
Fair enough.
I think she wouldn't have turned it on. Yeah.
So game ball. I had a couple, but I'm gonna try to break it down.
Hey, well, while you trying to pull that up, do you realize they only had 4 yards of offense in the first half?
What are you talking? Like what?
Chicago legit did.
I'm gonna show some love to Sam Darnold. Again, it doesn't happen often, and it's probably only a handful of guys that were thought to be scrubs, or as Stephen A would say, or thought to be busts, and they're able to go somewhere else and turn their career around. Baker Mayfield is one. Sam Darnold, obviously, Geno Smith, guys that are, what I'm saying, getting another opportunity and they're making the most of it. Doesn't happen often, but Sam Darnold has completely done a 180, and it's really good to see. Shout out to Kevin O'Connell, doing a hell of a job with the Vikings right now, and that offense led by Sam Darnold. This is the same guy, and the same guy that saw Ghost.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's it was on Monday Night Football.
So now it looks like he's flying high right now, and it's really good to see. Like your first stop does not have to be your last stop. So that's pretty good to know and be able to see. So game ball, Sam Darnold.
Drizzy Dre, you got the picks real quick?
Yes, sir. This week, 3 of us went 8-4, except you, Byron, went 6-6. Right now, Carante's still in the lead by 2 games, 143-64. 2 games behind him at 141-66. Me in third place at 136-71, and Byron 130-77.
Yeah, it's time to throw in the towel. But we will add in those college playoff games, by the way.
Man, you be having some reaches, man. That's why.
Yeah, I'm just kind of behind, but we're gonna add in those playoff games in a couple weeks to spice it up.
On my side, I went 10-3 this week. 10-3.
Okay.
Rams and Niners Thursday night guys on Prime Video.
You already know who I'm picking.
I'm going with the Rams.
Same.
Say it, Dre.
Y'all gotta say it then if you're gonna pick the Rams.
Where you going with, Byron?
Yeah, give me the Rams.
Okay, everybody picking the Rams. All right.
The Rams.
The lamb.
Say the Chiefs too.
Yep, Chiefs. Yep.
Hammer.
What's that point spread? That's it.
Take it as low as
close games.
Look at that.
Oh, 4.5.
Very true. Very true.
Bengals Titans. Oh my God. I'm going with Bengals.
Me too.
Bengals.
Yeah. I am too. The Bengals scored enough points.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll with the Bengals too.
$22.
Bengals.
Don't say that.
No, it is. Look, tickets low as $22.
No, he's right. It does say that. It says on here $21.
I mean, it should be. It should be. You give 2 and then 4 back in the room. It should be.
It should be
the
free.
Titans. This must be a home game for the Titans.
Yeah, it is.
It is. Commanders, Saints, Commanders.
$32.
That's the easy
Commanders, Ravens.
That's one of those. Look, you go all the way down Broad Street afterwards. By halftime, you just might as well catch it at a bar, man.
And they should roll. Both of the Ravens and Commanders should roll.
Yeah, both. Yep. Yeah, Commanders, Ravens. You can keep scrolling. I think we all picking them.
Yeah, Cowboys.
Oh God! I'm taking the Panthers. I'm taking the Panthers.
I'm
Cowboys not at home, y'all.
I'm gonna roll with you, D. I'm taking the Panthers too.
No, I'm gonna roll with them too. Have y'all? The Panthers almost beat the Eagles.
It should have beat the Eagles.
They almost beat the Chiefs.
If it wasn't for that, I hated that call at the end. Panthers should have won that game. I'm gonna pick the Panthers too.
Oh God! Look at this next one. Oh God!
That's 19
Yeah,
dollars.
give me the Panthers too.
Did they say 19?
Give me
No, four finger stinker right here. Four finger stinker.
I'm going with the Jaguars, man. I can't pick the Jets, man. I'm sorry.
I might flip a coin. man.
I'm picking the Jaguars.
I'm gonna take the Jets. I'm
gonna take the Jets too, though.
I'll take the Jets.
I'll take the Jets also.
No. You know, I'll switch. I'll pick the Jets. I'll pick the Jets.
Oh, don't hop on board now.
No, I'll pick the Jets. I don't believe in it, but I'll pick them.
All right, everybody picking the Jets, and everybody picked Carolina. Okay.
Yeah, Dolphins.
Oh, now we gotta toss up.
I'm going with this one. I'm going with the Dolphins.
I'm going with the Dolphins too. Man.
I'm going. Dang.
I'm gonna go Texans.
The Dolphins need this game. That's the only thing.
Yeah, that's why I'm picking the Dolphins to win.
I think the Texans.
Yeah, the Texans know they kind of got their division bag. They kind of.
I'm gonna still go with the Texans though. I think
I'm going with the Texans too.
I'm gonna go Texans too.
All right.
Yeah, well. I don't. Yeah, I don't.
I mean, I hope the Texans win. Helps the Ravens. I'm just saying.
Colts and Broncos. This kind of.
I'm gonna go with Denver.
Colts.
I'm going with Denver.
Broncos.
I'm going with the Broncos.
Anthony Richardson gonna need a break.
I like the Broncos too. Yeah, he ain't gonna like being in that cold.
He ain't gonna like being at the altitude either.
I'm gonna just say.
No, sir.
I'm gonna be different. I'm gonna say Colts.
All right, everybody else picked the
Broncos,
but you okay?
Now 425, we got some big ones, guys. Bills, Lions. CBS will be there.
I'm rolling with the Lions.
I like the Lions. 10 days to prepare for the game. This is their third straight home game. Like the Lions in this one.
It's gonna be 1,000 points in this game.
Oh, it ain't. I think the Lions defense is gonna shut Josh Allen and them down.
Can you imagine if he loses 2 games and then what you do, Unc?
No. This is what I did with Josh Allen. You're my head, man. MVP, my ass.
Anyway. You were saying that they keep they keep patting him on the back, but if he loses this next game, man,
no, they're gonna still say he's the MVP.
If it's like how he lost Sunday, I can understand it. If he come out there and lay an egg or something different.
He ain't gonna lay an egg, but he ain't gonna win either. At least I don't think.
I think honestly at this point it should just Saquon to me is the front runner. If Lamar didn't have losses, then Lamar would have won this MVP. But they're counting the losses against him, which I think should also qualify for Josh Allen too. So I'm gonna pick the Lions though.
Yep, me too.
And it's not to sound like a hater. I just get so tired of Josh Allen and everybody sucking him off. They want him to get an MVP so bad to be up there with Lamar, and it's like, bruh, like,
God damn, ticket is low.
Long as he won me in fantasy titles, all that matters to me.
Not
damn. You said damn. The lowest ticket is like $400, like you just said.
Oh yeah, it's a big ticket item. People want to see it.
So, everybody said
the Lions are good and the Bills are good. So
give me the Bills.
Yeah.
Give me the Bills. I think the Lions are going to lose the game. They should have lost Thursday. They lose this week. They don't have an answer for Josh Allen. No Aiden Hutchinson. I think their linebacker got hurt. They got some injuries. They're going to have to chase around his brother. Josh Allen is. You may not want to give him his props, Dre, but he's doing it.
No, he is doing it. I just get tired of the media just hyping him up like he's some next big thing. When Lamar has the accolades and done everything just like him. Yes, he makes everything.
I don't mind the Bills, but teams like the Cowboys that haven't done nothing, that's something wholly different. At least the Bills consistently are perennial contenders.
True.
Well, I'm gonna go with the Bills. I'm gonna go with the off game. We'll see what happens. Steelers, Eagles, Dallas, Pennsylvania.
This one's tough here. I can see this one going
for some reason, I feel like Pittsburgh is going to win.
I'm going with the Steelers.
But
kind of lean towards them too, man, because the Eagles' offense still kind of off kilter, man. They not clicking.
I'm gonna pick the Eagles to win it, but I feel like Pittsburgh going to pull it out.
Nah, I'm going with the Steelers.
Byron, I'm definitely taking the Steelers to cover because this is a spot where Mike Tomlin coaches his butt off, and they might even win this game. I think I'm leaning Steelers.
Ain't no might in it. They are they're gonna play the Steelers type of game. I think.
And Cravante, what you say is the craziest thing, because Mike Tomlin will win against teams like this, but then lose against teams that he has no business losing against.
Listen, when he's favored, he's not good. But when he's the underdog, oh yeah, Mike Tomlin and the Steelers is it. When they're the underdog, they're
That's true.
Best pick.
Heard that before. Then them and the Ravens, similar for obvious reasons.
Because they lost a couple weeks ago, and they were favored.
The Browns. They lost to the Browns.
They lost to the Browns.
Yeah.
Then they destroyed them.
Yep.
And then they got them back. Exactly.
So.
Well, we knew they was gonna get them back.
Yeah. So
I'm going Steelers.
I'm going Eagles. I'm gonna go Eagles. Eagles.
Me and you, the Eagles.
Yes. Patriots Cardinals 425. Give me the Cardinals.
Give me give me the Cardinals. I'll take the
Cardinals
Cardinals.
should win. They should.
Big game for both teams. Buccaneers Chargers. I'm going Chargers.
Yeah, I'm going to Chargers too.
I'm going to Cardinals.
Yeah, I think the Chargers will bounce back.
I'm gonna go with New England and the Chargers.
Okay.
Everybody else picked the.
I picked the Cardinals and the Chargers.
I got the Cardinals and Chargers too.
Yeah. Same. Packers Seahawks on Sunday night. I guess it's something.
Packers.
Nah, the game's in Seattle. I'm gonna pick Seattle.
It's a tough one. It's another tough one. Green Bay got time to prepare, but they got to travel up to Seattle. I'm gonna take Green Bay. I think Green Bay better team.
All right, so everybody else pick Green Bay.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. You know what's crazy? Green Bay though, their only losses have come to the Lions twice, the Eagles, and the Vikings.
Right, when they play good teams.
Damn, that ticket is only $31 in LA? Really? Wow.
We know how it is in LA.
To do in LA.
Right.
Yeah,
that's because it's the Chargers. If it was the Rams, the price would be a little higher. But
I don't think so. I honestly don't think so. I think it's because it's LA, and football is not the most popular thing to do in LA.
Well, when you've been, you understand why.
I definitely would be there.
It's a lot to do in LA. It's a lot to do in Miami.
All right, and we got Monday 2 games, guys. 2 snooze fest: Bears, Vikings, and Falcons, Raiders.
Oh God,
Minnesota.
You got 2 Monday night games again?
Yeah,
we do. You know what? I think the Raiders might beat the Falcons. Man. I'll take the Raiders.
I'll take the Vikings, and I'll take
the Vikings gonna roll Bears.
Yeah,
they should.
I'll take the Vikings, and I'll take the Falcons.
I do not want to pick the Falcons. I do not.
I don't trust Atlanta.
All right, so D's the only one picking the Raiders. Everybody else picks the Falcons.
Yes, man. Oh.
You know what? We'll hold off on the quarterback because we don't know who the quarterback will be for the Raiders anyway.
They don't know who's going to be the quarterback for them.
I'm picking the Falcons.
Maybe.
Well, you ready to get goofy, Cavante?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's get goofy, everybody. Cavante's Goofies of the Week.
Oh, gosh. Something wrong here.
Well, now that's goofy.
Stupid. Just stupid. Jam. Oh, jam.
Welcome everybody to Goofies of the Week, sponsored by the Flex Zone. Appreciate you guys for giving me a little bit of time. So let me tell the good people what I thought was goofy this week. It's interesting because, I talk about all levels of goofiness, high, low, and in between. But I try to remain current, but I heard something, y'all. I heard something, and it was very, very interesting to me. And it's one of those things that where bad teams continuously show why they're bad. And this is surrounding the Chicago Bears right now. I don't know if y'all knew. I think there might have been a story or article that came out, and I might have just missed it. But did y'all know that the Bears made Matt Eberflus do a press conference and then fired him afterwards?
Yeah, I did.
So
sad.
Yep, same here, man.
It is very telling. And it's kind of like one of those things where you do people wrong and karma comes, because the Jets, I talked about this earlier this year, how they did Robert Saleh. Got him out of there, still bad, maybe even worse. Now Matt Eberflus, I didn't think it was a good head coach. I think he was a good option, but that's jacked up. that's really messed up. I don't know who pulled the trigger on that. I don't know if that was Ryan Poles, but that was kind of messed up. That's like making him work on his last day, and you like at the end of his shift, you like, we gonna let you go. Kind of crazy, a little bit unfair, but as you can see, that Chicago Bears continuing to look bad. Also, I don't know if y'all if y'all knew this, but do y'all know that they fired the offensive coordinator and the head coach in the same month?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sound like the Jets.
But again, it's something to be said about teams that are poorly managed, and good things don't happen when you mismanage people. More importantly, you mismanage your organization, but people is the key. People and players, and as far as we're talking about football right now, people and staff and your players. You treat them wrong, usually karma comes right behind. And the Jets, I can't tell who's worse between the Jets or the Bears. They both have historic, like they're like cornerstones in the NFL. But they have been terrible, just terrible as of late. And I don't know, Byron. I don't know if I asked this before, if I just thought about it, if I said it out loud. But when was the last time you fired basically 2 of your top 3 guys in the same month? Ultimately, pretty much weeks. I think they were like 2 weeks apart, if that. You fire your OC and your head coach. Usually is one or the other, and one gets fired in season, and the other one usually gets fired at the end of the year. 2 in the same month is kind of crazy. Like, who's running this team? who is the interim coach? I don't know. Don't really care, but it's really something to be said, and I'm gonna keep pushing this. When you mismanage people, you mismanage players, is going to bite you in the butt. Until you get those top guys out, it's not going to matter. Listen, coming from a Commanders fan, you got to get the top guys up out of there. The guys who are making these decisions are not doing well at making these decisions. And the Bears are literally a mirror image of the New York Jets in this case. I mean, from pretty much this whole year, like they're mismanaging Caleb Williams, the offense, and hell, the defense is suffering as well, because when you mismanage, things will fall apart. And when it rains, it pours, whether it's Chicago or whether it's New York. Mismanagement, there's nothing good that comes behind it. And I don't know, and really and truthfully, I don't know how much longer Ryan Poles is going to keep his job, because the Bears and the Jets are terribly unattractive landing spots for new head coaches. And the Bears, you can't just put anybody up there. Like, first year head coaches should stay. This is a stay away. I was saying that the Bears and the Jets are 2 of the most unattractive landing spots for head coaches, specifically first year head coaches. Like, I think Ben Johnson, stay with the Lions. If that's the only thing that's on the table, stay with the Lions, because you got to be experienced to go in those areas and to go into those organizations and think you're going to turn the culture around. Like Bill Belichick, Mike Vrabel, that's somebody, that's who the Bears need right now. And they need that for the culture change. But Ben Johnson, Bobby Slowick in Houston,
Yeah.
stay away.
Yeah, I agree. Stay away.
Absolute
From
stay
them
away.
two franchises, especially, stay away.
Terrible. Stay away. Before you get the what's that, the Matt Rule treatment. But yeah, it's just really something about poorly run organizations, and it's clear. It becomes clear the more you look into it. I'm talking about the Chicago Bears specifically, but the New York Jets as well. And the last one is with another New York team, New York sports team. What did the Yankees do to Juan Soto? Because you don't just make goofy decisions like that without getting pushed. Why would you ever go from the Yankees to the Mets? Why? And that's why I wanted to ask D what was the story behind, them escorting his family member out, because I think that whatever that was or stemmed from it really rubbed him the wrong way for him to make, in my opinion, a very goofy decision and going from the Yankees to the Mets. He must really love New York. is what I'm saying. Maybe more will come out later, but I don't think that was a good move for Soto.
So I'm about to read this off Bleacher Report now. Cavante, they saying Juan Soto had negative feelings to Yankee security removal of parent.
Oh, that was his parent. That was his dad, mom.
Yeah, don't say which parent, but they just say one of his parents. And it happened in April or May. Wow. So he held this on from April to May on up.
Yikes.
The same security guy reportedly also removed Soto's driver in chief later in the year, forcing them to stand outside in the rain. Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
So with that information, new perspective, I think the Yankees might just be as goofy as Juan Soto. Because why would you treat, and granted, and I've learned this from Raj, we want to hear all the facts before we make assumptions.
Yeah, give my team a chance.
We want to make. I learned that from Raj. No matter how crazy, one thing about Raj, no matter what he hears, he's like, I want to hear everything. That's one thing about Raj. He don't make no hasty decisions or no hasty remarks beforehand. But you have multiple occurrences with Yankee staff. I don't know if that's Juan Soto's people being wild or if that's the Yankees doing too much. And in this case, it might be both. Yeah, might both be very goofy in this situation. But I'm interested to learn more. I'm interested to learn more about that situation. But I'm just saying to go to the Mets is kind of crazy. And it's a little on the goofy side. But he got that bag till 2039.
Jesus Lord.
15 years? That's 2039. That's crazy. But and also I don't know how much crazier these baseball contracts are going to get as far as the length of time, but we may get a billion lifetime contract soon.
I think it's coming real soon, man. A billion.
Yeah, it's coming. It may not even be baseball. It could be football. Like you just don't know. Don't forget these quarterbacks are going up too on their deals. So
money is definitely on the crazy side.
Money is not an option apparently. They just
no object, bro.
We writing blank checks now.
Literally. But those are my goofies of the week with Juan Soto and the Yankees and the Chicago Bears being a very poorly ran organization along with the Jets. Just bad decision after bad decision, and it just feels like the decision making gets worse. Like nobody's learning. Even nobody wants to learn. Nobody cares. I'm not sure which one. Either way, it's Goofy. Y'all know my line. There's a thin line between Goofy and great, and all these folks on the wrong end of it. Got to do better.
Of course. Something wrong here.
Well, now that's Goofy.
Stupid.
Just
Stupid.
We've evolved, D.
Jam. Oh, jam. Jam.
Come on now, say it with me. Everybody beats the wind.
Byron. Come on, baby.
I'm sorry, it slipped. It was by the other one.
That was unnecessary.
I mean, we could just sponsor the Goofies, the Washington Wizards Goofies of the week.
Send free stuff, and we'll do it.
And get that third win this weekend. Drizzy Dre, episode 470. We're heading down the home stretch of 2024. Last 3 shows of the year. We got that's the end of the year. Start next week.
Hey, look, I'm excited for next week. We have a very special guest coming on, and it's a lot that's been happening. I mean, you know, we're inching closer and closer. We got college football. Raw is about to go to Netflix in a few weeks. The NBA start of the regular season is coming up in a few weeks. So,
are we streaming that first Raw?
Yeah.
Yes, we are.
Okay.
Raj, what do people need to do if they watch?
And for those who don't get it, that means the NBA season starts on Christmas. If you haven't been following the show to say that, you've been under a rock.
Yeah.
Well, if you're new to the channel, please hit the like and subscribe button. Mainly, just follow the channel, honestly, because we want you to continuously watch our videos. So please like and hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and do what you fellows need to do in your off time. But we'll have more content for you during the week. It's always AEW Dynamite, which is garbage, but we're still going to cover it, of course. SmackDown, definitely cover that as well. The return of the Ravens content is coming, and the Commanders content is coming, so stay tuned for that. And we'll be live streaming Saturday night main event, so come through with that as well. We'll be doing all of that, and plus the post game shows on Sunday with the Ravens and Commanders. A lot of work to do as always. This channel never stops. So hopefully you guys come check us out, come through, and let us know what you think in the comment section. And if you want to be involved, just type, I would like to do such and such, and we'll see what we can do.
Spirit fingers, that's what you're doing.
D, what you got working on your channel, and when we gonna see you again, my brother?
Right, Dashboard Network.
Is he in bed?
Got a lot going on, baby. Got a lot going on.
You watch AEW, man? You watch AEW?
Turn him off.
Hey, high school basketball is coming your way. We got so much content coming your way. It's not even funny.
Turn him off. It's not funny.
No. Dashboard Network on the Twitter.
You like an old man that's about to go to sleep any second.
Hey, look, I've been hanging. I don't got to get up in the morning, so I'm good, baby. I'm good.
Well,
Dashboard Network
at least take your
on
outside
YouTube.
Clothes off. Look like you got the outside clothes on in the bed, man.
No, I got this. My inside clothes, man.
Appreciate you as always, Dean.
Yes, sir.
Follow.
No, not the love, not the love.
That because he agrees with you.
Oh no.
Got another major week ahead, real quick. As we close out 2024, we were live tonight. We will be live this week at some point with Commander Saints preview. We got Ravens, Giants preview, Commanders post-game show. I'm guessing we're going to go right after that game, Cavante, and then we'll do the Ravens after that, Raj. I'm not sure if Raj will be out and about.
Well, Raj will be out and about. Raj will be somewhere and consuming meat, because that's what I do.
I'm out of here.
Oh,
I'm out of here. That's crazy.
oh no, not the meat.
Yes, the meat.
Cause what?
And maybe a pregame show thrown in there as well. Yes, Saturday we do have the return of Saturday night's main event, 8 p.m. on NBC and Peacock, Roger's favorite streaming service. And we may get some match previews. I know how I feel if I get some time. We got 5 matches. We'll talk about that. We'll see what happens at the winter meeting. Do the Orioles make another move? Maybe video there. And AW on Wednesday, SmackDown on Friday. And of course, like I mentioned, Saturday's main event on Saturday and Sunday. Your football paradise. You got it all. Pre-game, post-game, and so much more. Next Monday, we're back live, episode 470. For Rod's social media producer, Drizzy Dre, the executive producer, and co-founder, along with Cavante, the voice of reason, captain of the goofy ship, the Commandalorian. Yours truly, God's favorite host, the associate producer, and of course, our day one, the one and only Diodamus for DotSport.net. Check them out. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Always face Kick Me Sports. How you want it, fellas?
When you need it.
When you need it, baby.
Podcast, Twitter, Instagram, and on Facebook. Twitter, as mentioned, flexzone1@gmail.com, the Cash App, flexzone1. And as always, each and every Monday, give me sports how you want it when you need it. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell. We're putting the kids to bed. Thank you for watching. Appreciate it, D, Raj, Dre, and Cavante. Thank you, everybody, for watching, everybody in the chat. We'll be back with more content. Hit that bell, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. We're putting the kids to bed, y'all. Peace.
Peace.